Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of United Arab Emirates 1 dirham coins. While most people see these coins as just regular pocket change, some rare editions are actually worth big money to collectors. In this video, we'll reveal the top 5 most valuable UAE 1 dirham coins, explain what makes them so special and how much they could be worth in today's market. So if you've ever wondered whether that old dirham in your drawer could turn out to be a hidden treasure, make sure you watch till the end, because one of these rare coins might just surprise you. Let's get started. Today we're diving into a coin that often shows up in collections and online marketplaces, the United Arab Emirates 1 dirham, dated A13931973. On first look, it's a handsome copper nickel piece with a reeded edge and the familiar jug motif on the reverse, but beneath the ordinary appearance, there's a lot of nuanced production history, mintage numbers, condition, grades that make a huge difference in value, and even a few smoky internet rumors about ultra-rare specimens. If you've found one of these in a pocket change roll or inherited a handful from a relative, stay with me. We'll cover what it is, what it's worth, and how to avoid getting scammed. Let's get the technical specs out of the way so we're all on the same page. The AH1393 1973 dirham is copper nickel, weighs about 11.3 grams, measures 28.5 2000 in diameter and roughly 2.3 thick with a reeded edge. The obverse features the denomination and the reverse the distinctive JUG above both Gregorian and Hijri dates. That reverse design is credited to Jeffrey Colley. These details matter because weight, diameter, and composition are the first things graders and buyers check to confirm authenticity. Keep a caliper and a jeweler's scale handy when you inspect one yourself. Where and how many were made? Sources list the 1393 dirham as a first issue circulation type for the UAE with a reported mintage around 13 million. Not a tiny number, but also not astronomical considering population and coin use at the time. Some references indicate the coins were produced at established mints such as the British Royal Mint or under contract catalog. Entries differ slightly by source, which explains the consistent production quality on surviving specimens. A high single-digit million mintage explains why genuinely rare high-grade survivors can command premiums, while circulated examples are common and inexpensive. OK, money talk. The vast majority of circulated A1393 dirhams sell for just a few US dollars. Many listings show single-digit prices, e.g. $3, $10 for worn pieces. Once you hit uncirculated UNC condition, you can expect higher prices, and certified high MS grades, e.g. MS63, MS65, bring still higher beer interest. You'll occasionally see slab coins selling for tens of dollars to a few hundred depending on grade, eye appeal, and whether the coin has exceptional luster or strike. Be careful with sensational online claims. Some videos or posts claim 5 or 6 figure values for this issue, but those are usually mistaken or refer to extreme, clearly documented rarities and not to a run-of-the-mill 1973 dirham. Always compare recent completed sales to gauge current market value. Grading is everything in modern numismatics. A lightly circulated BF very fine coin will trade for pocket change to a few dollars, while an about uncirculated might double or triple that price once you move into the UNCMS territory. Know where the premium accelerates. Sharp strike, full luster, and no contact marks are what buyers pay for. If you're assessing a coin at home, check the high points for wear. Look for hairlines or bag marks under good light and compare to photos of known grades. If you think you have a high-grade piece, consider sending it to a reputable grading service. NGC PCGS certification can unlock larger sale prices, but remember there are submission costs and turnaround times. Are there rarities or error varieties to watch for this 1973 issue? The standard strike and design is what most collectors expect. There aren't widely reported major die varieties like you get with older, heavily studied series. What does increase value is unusual characteristics, exceptional uncirculated strike, planchet defects that look like attractive error coins, or coins with official provenance or early proof like pieces included in mint sets. That said, those premium conditions are rare for a coin with a multi-million mintage, so don't assume a weird scratch or discoloration makes your coin valuable. Often it does the opposite. Scams happen. Here is a quick authenticity checklist. 1. Weight should be approximately 11.3 grams. 2. Measure diameter approximately equals 28.5 millimeters. 3. Check the metal, color and sound. Copper nickel rings differently than brass. 4. Inspect the date fonts and the jug motif against reference photos. 5. Examine the reeded edge and look for seam-like lines, sign of cast fakes. If you buy online, insist on multiple high-resolution photos, obverse reverse edge and a macro of the date. Prefer PayPal, guaranteed platforms, and check seller feedback and completed sale prices. For high-value purchases, an independent third-party grading slab is the safest route. Selling strategy matters. For common circulated examples, local coin shops, online marketplaces, eBay, or specialized Facebook groups move inventory quickly, but expect low prices for bulk or worn pieces. For nicer uncirculated or slabbed coins, use auction houses, specialist dealers, or graded coin marketplaces where collectors search by grade and pedigree. Always research recent completed sales for the same grade before listing. Set realistic reserve prices and include clear photos and the coin's measurements. If you are patient and the coin is genuinely eye-catching, you'll usually attract the right buyer and get top dollar storytelling hooks for your video. Don't forget the story viewers love: context. The 1393, 1973 dirham comes from the use early years as a Federation Sheikh Zayed's era, when the modern dirham was newly established and the country was standardizing coinage. That historical hook lets you talk about the birth of the currency, who commissioned the designs, and how a formerly local economy was transitioning into the all-era monetary system. All great narrative hooks that keep viewers watching. Pair close-up shots of the jug motif and the dates with archival photos or maps to build that connection between coin and nation. Wrap up with a clear call to action. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss our next coin spotlight. We post market updates and identification tips every week. If you own one of these 1393 1 dirhams, drop a photo in the comments and tell us the grade. I'll pick a few to review on camera in an upcoming episode. Want evaluation on your coin? Post detailed photos of reverse edge, and I'll give a ballpark estimate based on recent sales. Thanks for watching, and remember, in coins the condition is king, but the story is what makes them priceless to collectors. Short, friendly sign off and subscription reminder. Today we are diving into the fascinating history and details of the United Arab Emirates. 1 dirham coin dated 1404 in the Islamic calendar, which corresponds to 1984 in the Gregorian calendar. This coin holds an important place in the UAE's numismatic history, as it represents not just a unit of currency, but also a symbol of the country's heritage, culture, and rapid economic growth. In the late 20th century, the 1 dirham coin of 1984 was minted in both circulation, strikes, and collector pieces. The year 1404 in the Islamic Hijri calendar matches the year 1984, and coins from this period were produced under the supervision of the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates. The dirham had been introduced in 1973 after the UAE was formed, replacing the Qatari and Dubai Riyal. By 1980, for the 1 dirham coin was already gaining recognition for its elegant design and durable metal composition. The coin itself is made of cupronickel, giving it a strong silvery appearance. It weighs around 6.4 grams, has a diameter of approximately 24 millimeters, and features smooth edges on one side. The obverse, the coin displays the traditional Arabic calligraphy for United Arab Emirates, along with the denomination 1 dirham in both Arabic and English. On the reverse side, a traditional Arabic coffee pot known as the Dala is depicted, a symbol of Arabian hospitality and culture. This 1984 1 dirham coin is particularly interesting because it falls within the early years of UAE coin minting, which makes it historically significant. While millions of dirhams were minted for circulation, certain years like 1984 are now harder to find in perfect condition, especially uncirculated or proof versions. Collectors around the world search for these coins not only as currency pieces but as cultural artifacts that reflect the identity of the UAE. In terms of value, the worth of the 1984 UAE 1 dirham coin depends greatly on its condition and rarity. Well-circulated example may only be worth between $1 to $3 USD, which is close to face value. However, uncirculated coins or those in mint condition can fetch much higher prices, ranging anywhere from $10 to $40, depending on the collector. Market proof sets or special issues can even go higher, sometimes exceeding $50 if certified by grading services. One of the most fascinating aspects for collectors is the minting detail. The UAE did not have its own mint at that time, so the coins were produced by international mints, including facilities in the United Kingdom and other contracted mints. This makes identifying slight variations in strike quality, minting details, and even plan check quality an exciting part of numismatics. Collectors often look for errors such as misstrikes, off-center strikes, or double die features, which can make these coins extremely valuable. When looking at the 1980 for 1 dirham coin, you're not just looking at a piece of metal, you're holding a piece of the UAE's rapid transformation from desert landscapes to modern cities. This coin circulated during a time when the UAE was growing economically due to oil wealth, and yet it retained strong ties to cultural traditions as symbolized by the Dala coffee pot design. It is this blend of modern development and traditional values that makes the coin so appealing to collectors and historians alike. For beginner collectors, the 1980 for 1 dirham coin is a perfect starting point. It is affordable, widely available in circulated condition, and carries deep cultural meaning. For advanced collectors, the real challenge lies in finding pristine examples or rare minting errors. Some serious numismatists even build entire collections of UAE coins by year, and the 1984 coin is considered an important addition in such a series. If you were wondering whether you should invest in this coin, the answer depends on your goals. As a collectible, it may not be extremely rare yet, but over time, as older coins lead circulation and pristine examples become scarce, their value is likely to rise. Many collectors of Middle Eastern currencies are beginning to focus on UAE coins, which means demand could increase in the coming decades. This makes the 1984 dirham a smart long-term addition to any serious coin collection. Before we wrap up, let us remind you to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth coin reviews, value guides, and numismatic history from around the world. Whether you're just starting out in the hobby or you're a seasoned collector, our goal is to bring you detailed knowledge and help you understand the true worth of coins like the 1980 for 1 dirham of the United Arab Emirates. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and comment below with your own experiences. If you own this coin, together we'll continue uncovering the hidden stories behind the world's most fascinating coins. Let's begin with the historical context. The UAE's coinage reflects its rapid development during the late 20th century, new institutions expanding trade, and the arrival of modern minting techniques. A 1987 dated dirham sits at an interesting crossroads. It's recent enough that many survivors are still in circulation or preserved in collections, but old enough that mint variations, finish differences, and occasional mint errors appear. When you hold a coin from this period, you're holding a piece of statehood, national identity, and everyday commerce. In the video, I'll overlay period photos and archival footage to show what life looked like in the Emirates when this coin circulated, market, souks, and the kinds of transactions that made the dirham the coin of daily life. Next, how to identify this 1987 dirham at a glance. Every collector first checks the date, and the script coins of the UAE feature Arabic inscriptions and national motifs. Look closely at the obverse and reverse designs. Examine the calligraphy, the presence or absence of mint marks, and any small symbols near the rim. Lighting is everything. Tilt the coin under a lamp and you'll see how the relief behaves. I'll show high-resolution close-ups in the cutaways so you can compare your coin to mine. Important: many coins wear similarly over time, so don't rely on color alone. Check the relief, sharpness, and the clarity of the date numerals. I'll also point out a few subtle features that separate a typical circulated example from a near mint piece. Grading time: what makes one 1987 dirham worth a lot more than another? Collectors grade coins by strike quality, surface preservation, and luster. A coin with crisp, sharp design lines and original luster, no scratches, no hairlines, and minimal contact marks is always more desirable. On the other hand, a coin with heavy wear, rim nicks, or environmental damage, green spots, corrosion drops significantly in value. I'll walk you through an on-screen comparison. A heavily circulated piece, an extremely fine XF lookalike, and an uncirculated example. I'll also explain what proof-like or brilliant uncirculated finish mean and whether special mint issues exist for the year 1987 that collectors should chase. Now the question everyone asks: what is the value? Valuation depends entirely on condition, rarity, and collector demand. For a common circulated 1987 dirham, values typically stay modest among general collectors. It's a coin most people can afford. To add to a basic UAE set, however, uncirculated specimens, coins with mint errors off-center, strikes, double dies, planchet flaws, or pieces with exceptional surfaces can command higher premiums. I want promise fixed prices. Coin markets move, but in this segment 1, explain how to research realized auction prices, consult pricing guides, and use online marketplaces as comparators. I'll also show how to spot listings that overstate value, unrealistic grading photos, unclear descriptions, or sellers claiming rare status without supporting evidence. Authentication and common fakes. It's rare but counterfeit or altered dirhams do exist, especially when values rise. Use a few simple tools: a loop, 10x, a scale to check weight if you have specs, and a magnet test if the coin's metal should not be magnetic. More important is to compare details with authenticated examples. Look at the alignment of motifs, the spacing of script, and how the date numerals are struck. I'll demonstrate typical signs of tampering like re-engraving, altered dates, or filed rims. If you ever doubt a high-value piece, get it third-party graded by a reputable service, and I'll explain how to pick a trustworthy grading company and what fees to expect, where to buy and where to sell coins like this. Trade in several venues: local coin shops, coin shows, specialized dealers, online marketplaces, and auctions. Each venue has pros and cons. Local dealers let you physically inspect and negotiate but may pay lower sale prices. Online auctions reach global buyers but require careful listing photos and shipping protections. I'll give a checklist for sellers. Take multiple high-res photos of reverse edge, include measurements and weight, disclose any defects, and set a starting price. If you're using auction platforms for buyers, I'll teach negotiating tactics, how to read seller ratings, and how to avoid expensive escrow scams. Preservation and storage, the things collectors forget: never clean your coin with household chemicals or abrasive cloths. Cleaning can destroy surfaces and reduce value dramatically if a coin has minor surface dirt. Gentle cleaning with distilled water and patting dry is a last resort technique, but in almost all cases leave it alone and consult a conservator. Store coins in inert holders, flips, hard plastic capsules, or museum-grade albums, and keep them in a dry, temperature stable environment away from sunlight. I'll also cover long-term strategies: insurance for valuable collections, cataloging with photos and acquisition notes, and joining collector groups for swap and identification help, special collecting angles, and storytelling. Sometimes the value of a coin is emotional or narrative driven. Find a theme, for example, dirham coins across the 1970s, 1990s, coins showing maritime motifs, or coins from specific emirates. I'll give sample episode ideas you can use if you're making a channel, a timeline video of UAE coin designs, a deep dive into mint errors in the Gulf states, or interviews with local numismatists. I'll also share tips for monetizing collector content, affiliate links to supplies, sponsored deep dive episodes, and building a community via newsletters or members-only live chats, wrap-up, and subscription details. If you enjoyed this detailed walkthrough of the 1987 TH1407 1 dirham, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps the channel continue producing long research coin videos. If you want more, join the membership for behind-the-scenes scans, downloadable checklists for identifying and photographing coins, and monthly live Q&A where I evaluate viewer-submitted coins on camera. Leave a comment with the condition of your dirham. I'll pick 2 coins each month to show on stream, and if you want a downloadable PDF checklist for grading Arabic script coins, type PDF below and I'll pin a link in the episode notes. Thanks for watching. Keep collecting, and remember, the story behind a coin is often more interesting than the metal it's made of. Let's start with the basics. The 1988 AH1408 1 dirham is a copper nickel coin that weighs about 11.3 grams, measures 28.5 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. Standard issue for this large type dirham. The obverse shows the denomination in Arabic surrounded by the country's name, and the reverse commonly features a traditional Dala Arabic coffee pot above the dual dates, Gregorian and Hijri. These design elements remain stable across the large type dirham series, and the design attribution and specs are well documented in major numismatic references. If you like to check specs as soon as you pick up a coin, these are the first numbers you should measure. Now the big question: what is it worth? For common circulated examples in average condition, market listings and price guides show modest collector values, typically in the low single-digit US dollar range to low double digits, depending on condition. For example, circulated pieces often sell for just a few dollars on marketplaces, while certified high-grade examples, mint state slabbed by NGC or PCGS, can appear at higher asking prices, sometimes $30, $60, or more depending on grade and demand at the time of sale. Expect wide variance online. Auction prices. eBay listings specialist dealers are the best place to gauge what buyers are currently paying. Condition is king for late 20th century coins like this. An uncirculated coin with original luster or a high-grade certified example, for instance NGC MS62 or higher, will command a premium compared with well-worn circulation examples. Graders look for surface marks, luster, strike quality, and any post-mint damage. Even small hairlines, contact marks, or polishing can drop a coin several grade points and significantly reduce value. If you find a crisp 1988 dirham with minimal marks, it's worth considering professional grading. But remember, grading fees and market liquidity when calculating whether to slab a coin. The standard $1,408 dirham is a common issue, but collectors should still look for subtle variations, different die states, small differences in lettering or date alignment, and exceptionally well struck examples. Unlike ancient coins, modern UAE issues of this period were not produced in many different mints with separate mint marks. Most are standard official issues whose differences arise from die wear or minor minting variations. If you hear sellers advertising exotic mint variations for 1988 dirhams, treat claims with caution and ask for clear, high-resolution photos showing the area of difference. Trusted catalog sources and community forums are helpful to confirm genuine varieties. So where to buy? Active venues include online auctions and marketplaces, eBay, Picklick, specialist coin shops, local coin shows, and collector forums. Online listings often show a wide price spread, from sellers asking low fixed prices for bulk lots to graded coins listed at higher prices. If you're buying online, always inspect seller feedback and photos, and when possible buy coins that have been graded by a reputable service. For in-person finds, inspect edges, read it, check weight, dimensions, and compare to known specifications to rule out counterfeits or altered pieces. When examining a 1988 dirham in hand or in images, check 1. Date clarity, both Hijri and Gregorian. 2. Luster and surface preservation. 3. Edge reading integrity. Smooth edges or filing are red flags for signs of cleaning or polishing. A natural shine, hairline, scratches, and 5. Any unusual marks or tooling. Use a loupe, good lighting, and a small scale or caliper if you have one, matching weight and diameter to the specs. 11.3 grams, 28.5 to 1000 is a fast filter for authenticity. If anything looks too perfect or has unnatural surfaces, ask the seller for more photos or a certificate of authenticity. Be realistic. These dirhams are modern and generally abundant, so they're more a collectible for topical UAE collections or circulation series sets than a high-return investment. That said, the market can move. Exceptional uncirculated or certified coins sometimes command multiples of what a circulated example sells for. If you collect for enjoyment, target beauties and low-cost pieces for variety. If you collect as investment, focus on high-grade certified specimens and provenance history, and track sale histories so you can spot genuine upward trends. Avoid hype that promises million-dollar returns. Those are extremely unlikely for a common late 20th century circulation coin. Selling tips: if you have a high-grade example, list the coin with clear pictures, both sides, note exact weight, diameter, and if slab, show the certification number. For raw coins, honest condition descriptions help. EF extremely fine, AU about uncirculated, or UNC uncirculated with supporting photos. Consider selling in niche collector groups or platforms where UAE, Middle East collectors congregate to find more motivated buyers. Also compare completed sale prices, not just asking prices, across platforms to set a realistic reserve or buy it now price. To wrap up, the 1988 1408 UA1 dirham is a solid modern collectible, easy to authenticate, with a few simple checks and with modest but real market demand. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments whether you found one in your pocket or at a flea market. Quick checklist before you go: 1. Measure weight and diameter. 2. Inspect the data and date fields. 3. Check for surface damage or cleaning. 4. Compare seller prices to completed sales. And 5. Consider grading only for truly exceptional specimens. Thanks for watching. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. Today we've got a classic, the United Arab Emirates. 1 dirham from 1989, Hijri 1409. If you've found one in a pocket or at a flea market stick around, this seemingly common coin has an interesting story, clear identifying features, and a modest but steady collector market. In this video I'll show you how to identify the 1989 AH1409 dirham, what it's made from, where it may have been struck, what condition matters most, how much you can realistically expect to get for one today, and how to maximize your sale. Plus I'll explain an exclusive 40-minute deep dive I made for channel members. If you like coin deep dives, hit like and subscribe. First, let's look at the facts. The 1989 AH1409 1 dirham is the large type circulation dirham, commonly catalogued as KM number 6.1. It's a copper-nickel coin weighing about 11.3 grams with a 28.5 millimeters diameter and a reeded edge. The obverse shows the denomination and Arabic script, and the reverse features the traditional water jug motif. Above, the dates, a design credited to Jeffrey Collion. Later references. Those physical specs are what dealers and catalogs use when matching coins to listings, so they re your first verification points. Now the slightly tricky part: where was it minted? Different sellers and catalogs list various mints for UAE issues around this era. You'll see references to the British Royal Mint and also to other mints that handled Gulf area production. Some commercial listings even reference Royal Canadian Mint tooling. What's important for collectors is that these 1989 dirhams were standard circulation strikes, not special proof sets, so unless your coin has a clear mint mark or extraordinary provenance, it's treated as a standard KM 6.1 variety in world coin catalogs. Because official mintage figures aren't always published consistently for each year, collectors usually rely on auction records and dealer listings to judge scarcity. Let's talk money. For common circulation coins like the 1989 dirham, the market is modest. Most circulated examples sell for just a few US dollars. Catalog price guides compile typical ranges. BF very fine around 50 cents, XF around 80 cents, UNC $2.25, and Beau brilliant and circulated in the $2 $3 range. Online auction and marketplace listings show buy it now prices ranging from about $2 up to $8 to $10 for nicer examples or lots, so don't expect a windfall, but properly graded high-grade and circulated examples do command a premium relative to worn pieces. If you're reselling locally, remember beer expectations and shipping costs will affect final realized price. So what could make a 1989 dirham worth more? There are three main value drivers. 1. Condition: flawless uncirculated coins always fetch more. 2. Errors and varieties, double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws are collectible and can multiply value significantly. And 3. Provenance and certified grade and NGC or PCGS holders showing high grade will appeal to international buyers. Keep in mind that authentic rare errors are uncommon for modern. Here is how to inspect your coin at home without damaging it. Use a loupe or a 10x magnifier. View the coin under diffuse light to avoid shiny glare, and always hold by the rim to avoid fingerprint oils. Look for surface marks, hairlines, luster, and strike weakness. Compare both sides to a known good photo or a reliable catalog listing. Numista and NGC are great references. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning usually reduces value, especially for circulated coins. If it's filthy, leave it to a conservator or sell as found with good photos. If you think it's uncirculated and potentially valuable, a certified slab will often help you reach buyers who will pay top dollar. Selling strategy matters. For low to mid value coins like this dirham, start with platforms that have active world coin audiences: eBay, specialized coin marketplaces, and local coin shops. Use clear high-resolution photos, obverse, reverse, and close-ups of any wear or marks. State weight, diameter, composition, and use the KM number KM 6.1 in your title. For higher-grade examples, consider submitting to a grading service. First slabs often shorten sale time and increase price. If you list on auction sites, set a sensible reserve or buy it now price based on recent sold listings. Check completed eBay sales. Always include international shipping options if you want maximum exposure. If you sell pack properly, place coin in a non-PVC 2 times to holder or mylar. Flip, put that inside a padded mailer, and use tracking and insurance for higher value shipments. Scammers sometimes dispute delivery. For low value items, attract signed service prevents most disputes. For International sales be transparent about. Customs and declared value. For high value or rare pieces consider courier services and require signature. On delivery these precautions. Keep both seller and buyer safe and maintain your seller rating, which is vital for repeat sales. Pro tip: photograph the coin in the holder before shipping, helpful if a buyer claims the coin arrived damaged. If you want to go deeper, I've compiled a list of resources and set up a thorough 40-minute deep dive episode for members that includes high magnification images comparing die varieties, a walkthrough of grading submission to a major service, price trend charts, and interviews with a specialist who's handled Gulf region coins. Free resources I frequently use and link in the description are Numista NGC's World Price Guide and regional dealer catalogs. I've included links below in the description so you can compare listings and recent sold prices. If you're serious about building a collection, that extended video is where I show real coins side by side and break down how to spot an error worth chasing. Alright, if this helped, smash the like button and subscribe for more coin content. I publish guides every week and deep dive member exclusives monthly. Membership tiers $1.99 a month gives early access to videos and the 40-minute deep dives. $4.99 for 0.99 month adds downloadable high race coin photo packs and a members only live stream where I answer grading questions. $9.99 month includes a one-on-one 15-minute coin appraisal session for up to 3 pieces you own. Want a single video deep dive without membership? I offer a $4.99 single purchase option on Patreon. If you're reselling and want a checklist PDF for photographing and listing your coin, drop a comment and I'll pin the download link. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment with the coin you found and I'll pick one to feature in the next video.